Hello students, welcome to Shubhra Ranjan IAS. My name is Shubhanshu Jaiswal and today we are going to start our daily current affairs practice. But before that, have a look. Here you have one of the very inspiring personality, Madam Marie Curie. Now what is special about her? What has she done? Well, she is the first woman to achieve the Nobel Prize, and not just in one subject but in two subjects, physics and chemistry. And what you need to learn from her is perhaps her attitude. She clearly says that we must believe that we are gifted for something and that this thing at whatever cost must be attained, must be achieved. So if you also believe that UPSC or the civil services exam is for you and you can do well here, then you should leave no stone unturned in order to clear this exam. Okay, it will demand a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, but you need to give all because the result will be worth it. Fine. On that note, let's start our daily current affairs practice. And in question 1 today we have, with reference to the critical raw materials, consider the following statement. So the question is on critical raw material. Now what are the statements? Let's have a look. These are of the high economic importance to industries and are at a risk of supply disruption due to the various factors. Now understand critical raw materials. What is here? Raw material. Fine. It is type of raw material, that is quite evident from the term. Now raw materials are used where? In the industries, to process something, to manufacture something. Fine. So they will be used in the industries. They are important. That's correct. If they are going to be used in the industries, they are having the high economic importance. That is also correct. And they are at a risk of supply disruption due to various factors. Now the term critical, you can understand from here. It may have the supply disruption chances. Fine. So yes, this statement is correct. Now look at the second statement. These are characterized by abundant availability of reserves. Abundant means a lot. Fine. In a huge amount. Fine. So here you can see the statement 2 is not in the line with statement 1 and this seems to be incorrect. So here this is incorrect. These two statements are contradictory and in such cases you can eliminate one statement. Clearly here this should be eliminated. Now look at the third statement. Some of the examples include lithium, cobalt, graphite, etc. So yes, this statement is correct. If you know basics of sciences, you know that lithium, it is used in the battery for all your electric vehicles, etc. Fine. So this is one of the precious metal. In India we have not explored or done a lot of research here. We have started. Fine. So yes, this is also critical raw material and it is one of the example here. So here the statement 2 is incorrect and only 1 and 3 would be the right answer. They are asking correct one, so 1 and 3. Fine. Now let's have a look. So firstly, don't worry, I'm not asking you to remember the entire periodic table. You just need to know, you know that these are the metals, the elements. Fine. Out of these elements, these are so many are the your critical raw materials. Fine. For example, your magnesium, beryllium. Fine. Cobalt is here, germanium, silicon is here. These are again used for your semiconductors, etc. So number of usages. Fine. Number of industries are using them. Fine. Your IT sector, your chips. Fine. Your robotics, drones, so on. Fine. High importance. These are the things we have discussed. Now why it is here? Because recently what happened, European Union, they have passed one law, Critical Raw Materials Act, and they have put some elements in this category. So Europeans, they put few metals, few elements in this category in order to keep a check on them. Fine. So what is the aim? To reduce the dependence on China and increase domestic capacity. Fine. Because if they are very much dependent on China, their industrial production might get hampered at any point of time. Fine. So as rest of the things are as we discussed, they have the limited availability or reserves. Fine. They are generally rare elements. Rare, understand, which is not found everywhere. Fine. The examples can be lithium, cobalt, graphite, platinum group metals. Fine. They can be mostly they are used in the cleaner energy resources. As I discussed, electric vehicles, EV, they are also having the battery, etc. In batteries you have the lithium. Similarly, there are other energy sources, clean, like wind energy. For that also you need these kind of metals or limits. Fine. So that is all here. Let's go ahead. Now, with reference to the National Judicial Data Grade, consider the following statement. Number one, it is a serving as a repository for orders, judgments and case information from district, subordinate court and high court, excluding the Supreme Court. Now, this statement, this is very clear from here that such a system, national level system, having judicial data, it is clear from the term itself that it is having the data, the judicial data, the data related to number of cases, number of pending cases, number of resolved cases, find the category of cases, the civil cases or the criminal cases, what is the age group which is filing the cases, petitions, etc. Such kind of data for national level. So will it exclude the Supreme Court? Perhaps no. So here this statement is incorrect. Had it been the case, excluding nahi hota, this statement would have been right. Fine. So this statement incorrect. It has been developed by National Informatics Center. Yes, this is correct. Along with National Informatics Center, there has been a software development team of Supreme Court itself who have worked upon this portal. Fine. So here only second would be the right answer. That thing. Now, just have a brief look. For example, when you open the portal, it is like this. Here you can ask or you can look for the various kind of information. For example, if you put the state here, the district here, then you can find out how many number of civil cases, criminal cases are pending in this city and in the district. Fine. Such kind of data you can easily see here. There you have a separate tab for Supreme Court, the High Court, fine, and the district and taluka courts. So Supreme Court has already uploaded all their information in this portal, and that is why it was in the news. As you can see, it is giving us, the citizens, what? Transparency. Fine. You can use it in the governance section of your paper. Fine. Here is similar thing. Number of judges, the cases pending with the number of judges, quorum wise pending cases, all this information. No need to remember the in detail. I'm just showing you so that you can understand what this portal is. Fine. Now, so as I said that Supreme Court has recently uploaded their data on this. That is why it was in news. Fine. It serves as a centralized national repository. It is having the data from here. Fine. It is going to be updated in real time. Okay. So on the regular basis, the data would be uploaded here. You can see the changes. Developed by National Informatics Center, NIC, along with the software team of the Supreme Court itself. Basic things you need to know. That's it. Now, next is consider the following statements with respect to International Organization of Legal Metrology. Now, the statement one is it is an intergovernmental organization. भाई ये तो हमें स्टेटमेंट टर्म से ही समझ में आ जाना चाहिए कि इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, तो वो क्या होगा? इंटरगवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगा ही. सेकेंड, टू प्रमोट द ग्लोबल हार्मोनाइजेशन ऑफ लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी प्रोसीजर्स दैट फैसिलिटेट द इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड. सो ये तो पूरा टर्म से मिल रहा है. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. नाउ व्हाट इज लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी? अंडरस्टैंड, मेट्रोलॉजी में आपका जो है मेजरमेंट से रिलेटेड है. फॉर एग्जांपल, आपकी कोई मशीन है, उस पर एक मेजरमेंट का स्केल होता है. फाइन. आपके जो डिवाइसेस हैं उन पे मेजरमेंट का स्केल होता है. तो इन सब के स्टैंडर्ड्स कौन सेट करेगा, कौन अप्रूव करेगा, ये चेक रखती है ये बॉडी, इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी. ठीक है. The OIML members cover 86% of world's population and 96% of its economy. Yes, that's correct because ये international body है जो measurements को overall check कर रही है. तो most of the world's population is going to be the part of it, right? So this is correct. India is not a member of it. क्यों? हमें अपने measurements को ठीक नहीं रखना है क्या? रखना है ना, तो हम क्यों member नहीं होंगे? So this statement is correct. Statement 1 and 2 would be right answer. So only 2 would be the correct answer. Fine. since the term was in the news, so legal metrology क्या होगा? Application of legal requirements to measurement and measuring instruments. For such instruments where you need to do measurements, इन पे क्या standards होने चाहिए, इनके legal requirements को ये देखते हैं overall. Fine. And this body has the power to issue the certificates, and recently India became the 13th country in world that can issue their certificates. That is a a great news, and that is why it is important to remember. Fine. Rest of the things as we have discussed. Headquarter of this body is in the Paris, France, and India is a member. Fine. Now, last question. With reference to the Pradhanmantri Jan Arogya Yojana, consider the following statements. Number 1, it aims to provide free access to health insurance coverage for low income earners in the country. I am very sure this is very important scheme, and you know at least this fact about this scheme, that yes, it is providing the health insurance to the low income people of our country. So this statement is correct. Second, it provides health cover of 5 lakh per person per year for secondary healthcare and tertiary healthcare services. Now see, here the problem is 5 lakh per person. This is incorrect. Actually, it should be 5 lakh per family. Okay, per family or per household. So this statement is incorrect. Fine. प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर मीन्स बेसिकली द क्लिनिक्स एक्सेट्रा, जैसे हमारे मोहल्ले में क्लिनिक होते हैं वो हमें प्राइमरी लेवल पे चेक कर लेते हैं, फीवर वगैरह पे कर लिया. सेकेंडरी मीन्स मोर स्पेशलाइजेशन, एंड टर्शरी मीन्स द फर्दर स्पेशलाइजेशन. ठीक है, जैसे ऑपरेशन, सर्जरी, ये सब आपका सेकेंडरी और टर्शरी में आ जाएगा. जितना ज्यादा स्पेशलाइजेशन उतना ज्यादा आप इधर की तरफ आ जाओगे. फाइन. देयर इज नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन द फैमिली साइज, एज एंड जेंडर. यस, दिस इज करेक्ट. आपकी फैमिली में कितने भी मेंबर हो, कितने भी एज हो, क्या भी कोई भी सेक्स के हो, वो सारे इस स्कीम का बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं. इट इज एन इनिशिएटिव ऑफ नीति आयोग. नाउ दिस स्टेटमेंट इज इनकरेक्ट. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू रिमेंबर दिस मिनिस्ट्री, द इनिशिएटिव, दिस initiative is actually the initiative of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Fine. So here you can see two statements are incorrect and two statements are correct. They are asking you the correct. So only two would be the right answer. Fine. Very important. Pradhanmantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Very important. So if there is anything left which we have not discussed here, okay, we have discussed all of it. Fine. On that note, we have finished today's question. Just in case if you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment section. Have a good day. Happy learning.